Introducing the horses for the Hillsdale Handicap. Number 1, Damon Cosmos, is owned by Robert H. Delperdang Jr. and trained by Charles Treese. The jockey is Carlos Aguilar. Here is number 2, Hitson, who is owned by Don and Betty Whaley and trained by Charles Treese. The rider, Ralph Pauline. The winner of the San Jose Handicap, number 3, Shake Sex, who is owned by the Stripsky Enterprises and trained by Bob Baffert. The jockey is Kip Didericksen. Number 4, Genuine Article, is owned by Michael Taylor and trained by H.L. Hooper. The jockey, G.R. Carter. Your defending champion is number 5, Sable's Defender, owned by Spencer L. Childers and trained by Darren Charlton, Bruce Pilkington in the irons. And number 6 is Special Elan, who is owned by Felipe Tiscareno and trained by Cesar Dominguez. The jockey tonight is Joe Meyer. Post time for the 10th race in 8 minutes. Will be your defending champion, number 5, Sable's Defender, to be followed in by number 6, Special Elan. They're all on the gate. And away they go. And Shake Six shows the best speed and heads off for the lead with Damon Cosmos racing in second. Sable's Defender now coming after him with Special Elan on the far outside. Hitson races in fifth, 3 lengths off the lead, and Genuine Articles at the end. They're moving around the far turn, and Shake Six is striding out strongly on the lead by a half a length. Damon Cosmos down along the inside in second. Then it's a length and a half back to Sable's Defender in third, and Hitson in fourth. They're 3/16 of a mile to the finish, and Shake Six has the lead. Damon Cosmos, he's running a good one down along the inside. Sable's Defender's going to have to start rolling if he wants to get there. With a 16th of a mile to the finish, that's Shake Six with the lead. Now Sable's Defender coming up on the outside, but Damon Cosmos hangs in there. Shake Six and Damon Cosmos. Shake Six. And ladies and gentlemen, now down in the winner's circle to present the blanket to the winning owner of this year's Hillsdale Handicap is Mr. Richard Burns, the general manager of the Hillsdale Inn. Richard Burns is accompanied by Pete Charles, whose popular country western band appears every Thursday and Friday nights at the Hillsdale Inn. And presenting the trophy to the winning owner of this year's Hillsdale Handicap is Mr. Bob Boniface, a director of the Horsemen's Quarter Horse Racing Association. And now in the winner's circle is number 3, Shake Six. Shake Six is owned by the Stripsky Enterprises and trained by Bob Baffert. Getting a riding triple tonight is jockey Kip Didericksen. Shake Six, a 4-year-old gelding by Streakin' Six out of Shake It To 'Em. The winning time for the 870 yards is 45.23 seconds. By recording his 3rd win of the night, jockey Kip Didericksen, along with the winning trainer Bob Baffert, will receive gift certificates for dinner at the Vans Restaurant in Belmont. The 10th race is now official. Number 3, Shake Six, the winner. Number 1, Damon Cosmos running second. And number 5, Sable's Defender finishing third. The winning $2 exacta combination of numbers 3 and 1 pays $24.60. We'll now go down to the winner's circle. Our director of publicity, John Petty, has trainer Bob Baffert and jockey Kip Didericksen in the winner's circle.
Ed Burgart. We're down here now in the winner's circle with jockey Kip Didericksen, trainer Bob Baffert. The connection's on Shake 6. Well, a nice win there, Kip.
Thank you.
Well, tell us about this race. That horse on the inside challenged you there for a while.
Yeah, away from the gate, my horse started walking forward before they kicked it, and it was super. He broke super better than he usually does. I tried shutting off the one horse and couldn't get it done, so I gave him a little bit of rest before we hit the lane, and when he switched leads, I got back into him, and he gave me what he had.
Well, last time it was you and Sable's defender, head and head, nose and nose. Were you looking to your outside to see if he was coming up on you?
I heard the announcer saying he was coming up, but I didn't. My horse was running too good to think that he could make up that much ground.
All right, Kip, thank you. We'll send you back to the jocks room now. And I'm down here with trainer Bob Baffert. And Bob, Shake 6 earned over $100,000 now.
Yes, he's turned out to be a nice $20,000 claim. Kip, he rode him perfect. I told him to go to the lead, open up on Sable's defender, and maybe he'll shake loose of him, and turned out all right. And his horse is looking pretty good because I hadn't seen him in about 60 days. So I give all the credit to Laura Pinelli, who's been watching over all my horses up here, and so she deserves all the credit.
All right, what's next now for Shake 6?
Shake 6 will run 870 championship up here.
Okay, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Kip Didericksen. That's it from down here.
For tonight's Golden State Derby. Number 1, Fusion Illusion, is owned by Felipe Tiscareno and trained by Cesar Dominguez. The jockey is James Lackey. Number 1A, Streakin' Dolly, also owned by Felipe Tiscareno and trained by Cesar Dominguez. In the saddle is Ralph Seville. And number 1B, bidding for his 5th Grade 1 win, is Takin on the Cash. Last year's Bay Meadows Futurity winner is owned by Felipe Tiscareno and trained by Cesar Dominguez. The jockey is Kip Didericksen. Number 2 is Little Doc Mason, who is owned by Carol or Edward D. Nike and trained by James Williams. The jockey is Eddie Garcia. Number 3, Bonafide Pie, is owned by Carl Alleman and trained by Charles Treese. The jockey is Carlos Aguilar. Number 4, HD Doc, is owned by R.A. Barber and H.D. Darby and trained by Dan Francisco. The jockey is G.R. Carter. Here is number 5, Kidda-Dash, who is owned by Joe Muniz and trained by Connie Hall. The rider is John Krager. Number 6 is Sable's Select, who is owned by Spencer L. Childers and trained by Darren Charlton. The jockey is Jim Lewis. The winner of the La Primera Delano Derby, number 7, House Special, owned by Edward C. Allred and trained by Bruce Hawkinson. The jockey is Danny Cardoza. Number 8 is Social Celebrity, owned by Robert W. Moore and trained by Bob Gilbert. The rider is Steve Treasure. That's the field for this year's Golden State Derby. Post time in 8 minutes. Now HD Doc, who is number 4, G.R. Carter in the saddle, go into their stall. Followed in by John Krager, who's looking for his 4th win of the night. He's aboard number 5, Kidda-Dash. Now number 6, Sable Select and Jim Lewis go in. Followed by the other part of the entry, number 1A, Streakin' Dolly and Ralph Seville. Number 1B, Takin on the Cash, looking for his 5th Grade 1 win, has gone in for Kip Didericksen. The final 2 to go in will be House Special, number 7, with Danny Cardoza. And Social Celebrity and Steve Treasure have now gone in. They're all on the gate. Number 2, Little Doc Mason's a little restless in there. Yeah, And away they go in the Golden State Derby, and Social Celebrity and Now Special both came away well. Now Taking on the Cash with his long stride comes up. Kidadash is going to run a good race. He's also right there. And down along the inside is Fusion Illusion. Kidadash with Taking on the Cash now coming up in the middle of the track. House Special's coming after him on the outside. Taking on the Cash is going to try to hold off House Special, and it's Taken on the Cash, House Special, and Kidadash. Number 7, House Special, finishes second. Number 5, Kidadash, running third. Number 6, Sable Select, was fourth. And ladies and gentlemen, the blanket that goes to the winning owner of this year's Golden State Derby, being presented by Dawes Travel. Making the trophy presentation here this evening, Mr. Tom Sibley, a director of the Horsemen's Quarter Horse Racing Association. And now returning to the winner's circle for his 5th Grade 1 victory, becoming only the 3rd horse ever to win both the Bay Meadows Futurity and Golden State Derby, number 1B, Taken on the Cash. Taken on the Cash is owned by Felipe Tiscareno and trained by Cesar Dominguez. The winning jockey is Kip Didericksen. Taken on the Cash is a 3-year-old colt by Dash for Cash out of Take You On. The winning time for the 440 yards, 21.69 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a jockey's inquiry into the running of the 10th race. Jockey Eddie Garcia, who rode number 2 Little Doc Mason, has lodged a double claim of foul against the rider of number 1 Fusion Illusion and the rider of number 3 Bonafide Pie. Once again, the rider of the number 2 horse Little Doc Mason lodging a double claim of foul. Please hold. Here are the horses for the first race. Number 1, Queen's Gambit. The jockey is G.R. Carter. Number 2, You Are Special, being handled by Juan Limon. Ramon Figueroa rides number 3, I'm Sizzlin'. Number 4, Mary Fog, and the jockey is Henry Garcia. Number 5, Ms. Mary Millie, being handled by Eddie Garcia. Number 6 is First Romance, the jockey Kip Didericksen. James Lackey aboard number 7, Royal Trips. Number 8 is Ought to Go Quick, and the rider Steve Treasure. Post time for the first race in 7 minutes. And away they go. And Mary Fog came away the best with Ms. Mary Millie racing in second. Queen's Gambit, You Are Special, now moving up strongly as You Are Special goes into the lead with Mary Fog. In between horses on the outside is Ms. Mary Millie. You Are Special with Ms. Mary Millie, and Ought to Go Quick. You Are Special. Number 4 is Touchdown Dasher with Henry Garcia. Danny Cardoza rides number 5, Finding Ways. Number 6, First Down Freddy. The jockey is Jim Lewis. Number 7 is Easy Bunnyette with jockey Steve Treasure. Number 8, Glacier Effort is being handled by Juan Limon. And number 9 is Dash Down First. The jockey is Ramon Figueroa. Post time for the second race in 9 minutes. And away they go. And Posada came away well, so did Easy Bunnyette. Down along the inside, Executrix and First Down Freddy. On the outside, that's Easy Bunnyette with the lead. Executrix. Dash Down First is putting in a huge run on the outside. Easy Bunnyette, here comes Dash Down First. Executrix down along the inside. Executrix. Number 1, Kipdy's Bug, is being ridden by Juan Limon. James Lackey aboard number 2, Ms. Cassie Lou. Number 3 is Slew's Playboy, the rider Steve Treasure. Number 4, Take Me to the Limit with jockey Danny Cardoza. G.R. Carter aboard number 5, Smash 'em Sport. Number 6 is Ms. Calix and the rider Ramon Figueroa. Number 7, Latest Obsession with jockey Kip Didericksen. And number 8 is Waltzing Foals, the rider Jim Lewis. Post time for the third race in 9 minutes. And away they go. And Slew's Playboy came away well, but so did Smash 'em Sport. Coming from the far outside, Latest Obsession and Take Me to the Limit. On the outside, Latest Obsession takes the lead with Smash 'em Sport. Ms. Calix is also right there, and Take Me to the Limit. But Latest Obsession has the lead with Take Me to the Limit second. Latest Obsession. Here are the horses for the fourth race. Number 1, Doc's Easy Cash and the rider Jim Lewis. Kip Didericksen aboard number 2, Ed Grimley. Number 3, Turn to Beduino, being handled by Ramon Figueroa. Number 4, Dialects. The jockey is Danny Cardoza. Eddie Garcia rides number 5, Song in My Dreams. Number 6 is Dashing Amy Sue, and the rider is Henry Garcia. Number 7 is Dadgone Dash with James Lackey. And number 8, Macking. The rider is Ralph Seville. Post time for the fourth race in 9 minutes. And away they go. Ed Grimley came away well as Dadgone Dash broke in sharply with Song in My Dreams and Dialects down along the inside. Doc's Easy Cash. Ed Grimley has the lead. Doc's Easy Cash is right there down along the inside. And Song in My Dreams lugging out badly, but it's all Ed Grimley in a runaway. Here are the horses for the 5th race. Number 1 is Easy Mary. The jockey is John Krager. Jim Lewis aboard number 2, Reign of Terror. Number 3 is Tic Tac Toll Tack, and the jockey is Steve Treasure. Here is number 4, Corona Chick, with jockey Eddie Garcia. Number 5 is Special Streak, and the rider is Henry Garcia. Joe Meyer aboard number 6, Links of Gold. Number 7 is GSR Chick's Breeze, and the rider Ramon Figueroa. Number 8 is Paw Pete, Ralph Pauline, the rider. And number 9 is Waverino, with jockey Kip Didericksen. Post time for tonight's 5th race in 8 minutes. Getting nervous. And away they go. And Waverino came away well with GSR Special Breeze racing in second. Corona Chick now coming up in the middle of the track. Waverino on the outside with Corona Chick as the 2 favorites battle it out. Waverino on the outside, Corona Chick down along the inside. Corona Chick or Waverino, Corona Chick. Here are the horses for the 6th race. Number 1, Judy's New Dock. The jockey is G.R. Carter. Here is number 2, Streakin' Lane, with jockey Ralph Seville. Ramon Figueroa aboard number 3, Malibu Silk. Number 4, Higher. The jockey is Steve Treasure. Number 5, Successfully Sweet, being handled by Eddie Garcia. Number 6 is Shea Crystal. The jockey is Juan Limon. Jim Lewis aboard number 7, Blush a Bye. Number 8 is Innocent Dash. The jockey is Kip Didericksen. Post time in 9 minutes. And away they go. And Innocent Dash came away on top with Successfully Sweet and Blush a Bye also right there. So is Higher and Judy's New Dock down along the inside. Higher takes a short lead. Blush a Bye coming up on the outside. Successfully Sweet and Shea Crystal suddenly explodes between horses. Higher and Shea Crystal. Higher, Blush a Bye. Here are the horses for the 7th race. Number 1, Beyond Beduino. The jockey is Kip Didericksen. Number 2 is Keep It Goin', with jockey Jim Lewis. Number 3, Chicklim, is being handled by Henry Garcia. Here is number 4, Quick Scan. The rider Ramon Figueroa. Carlos Aguilar aboard number 5, Jet and Friend. Number 6, Now the King, and the jockey is Danny Cardoza. Here is number 7, Coco's Caper, with jockey John Krager. Number 8, Love You Trouble, the rider G.R. Carter. Number 9, Almost Illegal, Steve Treasure in the saddle. Post time for the 7th race in 8 minutes. And away they go. Beyond Beduino came away well with Coco's Caper, Almost Illegal on the far outside. Now the King in the middle of the track. Beyond Beduino down along the inside with Almost Illegal coming up strongly on the outside. Almost Illegal coming after Beyond Beduino, and Almost Illegal going strongly. Here are the horses for the 8th race. Number 1, Speedy's Chick, and the jockey is Eddie Garcia. Danny Cardozo rides number 2, Giller. Number 3 is Choose Your Weapon, the rider James Lackey. Number 4, Rare Warrior, with jockey Henry Garcia. Number 5, Cliff's Play Pretty, being handled by Kip Didericksen. Number 6, Wildwood Brown, the jockey is G.R. Carter. Juan Limon aboard number 7, Real Stylish. And number 8 is Meridox Solution, the jockey is Ralph Seville. Post time for the 8th race in 9 minutes. Solution. They're all in the gate. And away they go. And Rare Warrior came away on top with Cliff's Play Pretty racing in second. Real Stylish is third. Choose Your Weapon down along the inside. Rare Warrior has the lead with Choose Your Weapon. Coming up is Cliff's Play Pretty, and on the far outside is Real Stylish. Down along the inside we have Choose Your Weapon. Number 1, Kinder Buck, and the jockey is Carlos Aguilar. Number 2, Dream a Dream of Me, being handled by Jim Lewis. G.R. Carter rides number 3, Undisclosed. Number 4, Chicago Cash, and the jockey is Henry Garcia. Number 5 is Cott's Quest, with jockey John Krager. Your favorite is number 6, Max's Nick, with jockey Kip Didericksen. James Lackey aboard number 7, Sir Austin Duncan. Number 8 is Our Lover Boy, with jockey Steve Treasure. Number 9, Ready for Trouble, the rider Danny Cardozo. Post time for the 9th race in 6 minutes. One more to go in. Number 9, Ready for Trouble. They're all in the gate. And away they go. And Our Lover Boy came away well with Max's Nick. Also right there, racing in between horses comes Sir Austin Duncan. Down along the inside is Undisclosed. Sir Austin Duncan has a short lead with Max's Nick. Cott's Quest is also coming up and down along the inside. Dream a Dream of Me. Sir Austin Duncan. Here are the horses for the 10th race. Number 1 is Kid Beduino. The jockey is Juan Limon. Number 2 is Duchess of Easton, being handled by James Lackey. Here is number 3, Ellie Ray Beduino, the rider Jim Lewis. Number 4, Tucalota Jet. The jockey is Kip Didericksen. Henry Garcia rides number 5, Loves Casanova. Number 6, Promiscuous Lady with jockey G.R. Carter. Here is number 7, Max Royal Diamond, the rider Ralph Seville. And Steve Treasure aboard number 8, Sky Streakin'. Post time for the 10th race in 7 minutes. And away they go. Kid Beduino from down along the inside came away well. Moving up on the far outside is Max Royal Diamond. Also right there in the middle of the track comes Tucaloda Jet. Ellie Ray Beduino is now moving up strongly. Ellie Ray Beduino on the outside comes Max Royal Diamond. Max Royal Diamond. Here's your field for the Debutante Handicap. Number 1, Dash's Dish, is owned by Ramon Arroyo and trained by Blaine Schwanevelt. The jockey is Ramon Figueroa. Number 2, Avia, is owned by Gary and Marlene Howard and trained by Frank Montleone. In the saddle, jockey Henry Garcia. Number 3, Cash and Cara, owned by Christine Besant and trained by Marshall Farrell. The jockey is Eddie Garcia. Number 4, High Class Gal, is owned by Edward C. Allred and trained by Bruce Hawkinson. The jockey is Danny Cardoza. Here is number 5, Ms. Strikin' Jet, who is owned by Hal or Karen Phoenix and trained by Bob Baffert. The jockey is James Lackey. Number 6, Special Coverage, is owned by Janice Norp and trained by Blaine Schwanevelt. The rider Kip Didericksen. Number 7 is Shiny's Rebel, who is owned by Joe Kirk Fulton and trained by H.L. Hooper. The rider tonight, John Krager. Number 8 is B.F. First Lean, who is owned by the Liston Aluminum Brick Company Incorporated and trained by Marshall Farrell. Jim Lewis in the irons. And number 9, Social Celebrity, is owned by Robert W. Moore and trained by Bob Gilbert. The rider, Steve Treasure. Post time for tonight's featured 10th race in 8 minutes. And away they go. Ms. Strikin' Jet came away nicely as Special Coverage, got away slowly. Now moving up is High Class Gal, Social Celebrity on the far outside. Down along the inside comes Avia. Cash and Cara is also right there. Ms. Strikin' Jet, High Class Gal. This is a 2-horse race. High Class Gal, Ms. Strikin' Jet. Ms. Strikin' Jet. Now in the winner's circle to present a blanket to the winning owner of the Debutante Handicap are Ed and Colette Lisenby, along with Dennis Eakins. Making the trophy presentation here this evening will be a visiting dignitary from Southern California, Shauna Mitchell, Vice President of Nominations for the Quarter Horse Breeders' Classics program and the Executive Vice President of Quarter Week magazine. Number 7, Shiny's Rebel, finishing 3rd. And now returning to the winner's circle is number 5, Ms. Strikin' Jet. Ms. Strikin' Jet is owned by Hal or Karen Phoenix and trained by Bob Baffert. The winning jockey is James Lackey. Ms. Strikin' Jet, a 3-year-old filly by Streakin' Dash out of Fast Copy. Time for the 350 yards is 17.94 seconds. And the 10th race is now official. Number 5, Ms. Strikin' Jet, the winner. Number 4, High Class Gal, running 2nd. Number 7, Shiny's Rebel, finishing 3rd. The winning $2 exacta combination, numbers 5 and 4. The exacta returns $48 even. Winning daily triple numbers 3, 5, and 5, $173.80. We'll now go down to the winner's circle for an interview with the winning jockey of tonight's Debutante Handicap, James Lackey. Now down to our Director of Publicity, John Petty.
Well, thank you, Ed Burgard, down here in the winner's circle with jockey James Lackey. He took Miss Strikin' Jet to victory in the Debutante Handicap. James, tell us about the race.
Oh, I had a perfect trip, John. She left the gate real good, and I didn't have any problems after that.
Well, the last couple nights you seem to be on a roll. You got a couple long shots last night and a nice stake win here.
Yeah, it's nice to get back in the winner's circle. You know, that's why we're here.
Well, James, we got to get you back to the jocks room. He's got a mount in the last race. Miss Strikin' Jet captures the Debutante Handicap.
Here are the horses for the Miss Peninsula Handicap. Number 1, Wings of the Dove, is owned by Richard Serrano and trained by Cesar Dominguez. The jockey is Henry Garcia. Here is number 2, BCR A Blur for Sure, owned by Larry Peterson and trained by Blaine Schwaneveld. The jockey is Ramon Figueroa. Number 3, Sea Dame, is owned by Robert or Norma Moulton and trained by Lawrence Britos. The rider Juan Limon. Here is number 4, Suena I, owned by Jay Haber and Jay McCorquodale, and trained by Bob Gilbert. The jockey is Steve Treasure. Number 5 is Joyful Night, who is owned by Bessie Lee Jean and trained by H.L. Hooper. In the saddle, jockey Danny Cardoza. Number 6, I'm a Lark, is owned by Jill or William Charvet and trained by H.L. Hooper. The jockey is John Krager. Here is number 7, Sugar Ego, owned by the leasee of Catherine Ann Carr and trained by Blaine Schwaneveld. The jockey is Kip Didericksen. And number 8 is Winning Guarantee, who is owned by Alfonso Gonzalez and trained by Cesar Dominguez, being handled by Eddie Garcia. And that's your field for the Miss Peninsula Handicap. Post time in 7 minutes. And away they go. And Suena I came away nicely with Wings of the Dove down along the inside. Sugar Ego coming up on the outside. BCR A Blur for Sure. Suena I is the one to catch with Sugar Ego coming up on the outside. Winning Guarantee on the far outside. Suena I. Here comes Sugar Ego, but Suena I going strongly over Sugar Ego. Now in the winner's circle to make a blanket presentation to the winning owner of the Miss Peninsula Handicap. On behalf of HD and Betty Darby are Dan and Pat Francisco. Making the trophy presentation here this evening is Mr. Jim Smith, the president of the California Federation of Racetracks and the vice president of the Horsemen's Quarter Horse Racing Association. And now in the winner's circle, the winner of this year's Miss Peninsula Handicap is number 4, Suena I. Suena I is owned by Jay Haber and Jay McCorquodale and trained by Bob Gilbert. The winning jockey is Steve Treasure. Suena I is a 4-year-old mare by Mystic Eye out of Suena Ruler. The winning time for the 400 yards, 19.83 seconds. The 10th race is now official. Number 4, Suena I, the winner. Number 7, Sugar Ego, running second. And number 8, Winning Guarantee, finishing third. The winning $2 exacta combination, numbers 4 and 7. The exacta returns $21 even. The winning daily triple combination, numbers 2, 7, and 4, pays $192. In tonight's 11th and final race, to be run at 300 yards, we have $2 exacta wagering. Every horse, except for number 1, will carry 122 pounds. And there will be no overweight for number 1, O's Casanova. Post time for the 11th race in 19 minutes.
Okay, this evening's 10th race, now official, the Miss Peninsula Handicap. The favorite, Suena I, gets the job done. I'm down here with jockey Steve Treasure and trainer Bob Gilbert. Well, Steve, this horse running very well right now.
She's really good, and doing the best, just what you asked, she does.
Well, tell us about this race tonight.
Well, when they kicked it, she was in front and just kept going. Stayed there till we got the wire.
Well, congratulations, a nice win, Steve Treasure. Now over here to trainer Bob Gilbert. Boy, this horse comes in from Texas and just tearing him up here in California.
Yes, sir, she's been running real good.
What do you have in store for this mare now?
Well, maybe the championship at the end of this meet.
Okay, congratulations once again. Jockey Steve Treasure, trainer Bob Gilbert, favored Swaina I, captures the Miss Peninsula Handicap.
Here are the horses for the 6th race. Number 1, Emerald, being handled by G.R. Carter. Number 2 is Mr. Meet Me with jockey Eddie Garcia. Kip Didericksen aboard number 3, Streak of Dash. Number 4, Truly Azure with jockey Joe Meyer. Ralph Pauline, the rider, on number 5, Press Bet. And number 6, Insurgency with Jim Lewis. Post time in 9 minutes. 6, Insurgency. They're all in the gate. And away they go. Showing the best speed is Press Bet, who heads off for the lead. Now Insurgency comes up on the outside as the two favorites go head and head. Mr. Meet Me right behind him in third, just 2 lengths off the lead with Streak of Dash racing in fourth. Truly Azure has 6 lengths to make up, and Emerald's at the end. As they come to the head of the stretch, a speed duel on the front end with Press Bet, by head Insurgency racing in second. Streak of Dash coming up dangerously on the outside. Mr. Meet Me's also looking for a place through. As they come inside the final 1/8 of a mile, Streak of Dash comes up on the outside. Insurgency. Press Bet tries to go with him down along the inside, but Streak of Dash going the better of the 3 on the outside. Insurgency in between horses. Press Bet down along the inside, but Kip Didericksen and Streak of Dash going away. Now returning to the winner's circle, number 3, Streak of Dash. Streak of Dash owned by the Streak of 4 and trained by Brian Coroner, getting a riding double jockey Kip Didericksen. Streak of Dash, a 3-year-old gelding by Streak and 6. Out of this girl's a dash. Number 6, Insurgency, was second. Number 5, Press Bet, running third. Number 2, Mr. Meet Me, was fourth. The winning time for the 870 yards is 46.84 seconds. The 6th race is now official. Number 3, Streak of Dash, the winner. Number 6, Insurgency, running second. Number 5, Press Bet, finishing third. The winning $2 exacta combination, numbers 3 and 6, $35.20. Here are the horses for the 7th race. Number 1, Romanticism, is being ridden tonight by jockey Steve Treasure. Number 2, Woodstock's Request. The rider is Carlos Aguilar. Here's your favorite, number 3, White Ice, with Jim Lewis. Number 4, Dashing Spirit, is being handled by G.R. Carter. Number 5 is Streak and Dolly, and the rider is James Lackey. And number 6, Kid a Blur, with jockey Kip Didericksen. Post time for the 7th race in 8 minutes. And away they go. And White Ice came away the best and heads off for the lead with Streak and Dolly going after White Ice in second. Romanticism is third, 4 lengths off the lead, followed by Kidabler in fourth. Then Woodstock's Request has 5 lengths to make up, and at the end is Dashing Spirit. As they come to the head of the stretch, White Ice down along the inside, Streak and Dolly's right alongside as these two go head and head on the front end. Kidabler comes up on the outside with Romanticism, Dashing Spirit down along the inside. As they come inside the final eighth of a mile, and now Streak and Dolly has taken the lead by 1 length. White Ice trying to come back on in second. Dashing Spirits closing down along the inside, but Streak and Dolly has the lead. Romanticism coming up strongly on the outside. Streak and Dolly with Romanticism, Streak and Dolly and Romanticism. Number 5, Streak and Dolly, the unofficial winner, with number 1, Romanticism running second, and number 4, Dashing Spirit finishing third. Number 2, Woodstock's Request was fourth. Now returning to the winner's circle, number 5, Streak and Dolly. Streak and Dolly is owned by Felipe Tiscareno and trained by Cesar Dominguez. A double tonight for the owner and trainer. The winning jockey, James Lackey. Streak and Dolly, a 3-year-old filly by Streak and 6 out of Just a Natural. Winning time for the 870 yards, 47.23 seconds. The 7th race is now official. Number 5, Streak and Dolly, the winner. Number 1, Romanticism running second. And number 4, Dashing Spirit finishing third. The winning $2 exacta combination, numbers 5 and 1, pays $152.60. Number 1, Table Policy Affair, being handled by Kip Didericksen. G.R. Carter rides number 2, Bimini Start. Here is number 3, Crystal May, being ridden by Joe Meyer. Number 4, Bonafide Pie, the jockey is Carlos Aguilar. Number 5, Dreams of Joy, with Ralph Seville. Ralph Pauline aboard number 6, Easy Zuni. Number 7 is Brent's Delight, and the jockey is Jim Lewis. Post time for the 8th race in 9 minutes. Brent's Delight's now in. They're all in the gate. And away they go. Table Policy Affair flew away from the gate and heads off for the lead, now joined by Bonafide Pie in second, with Dreams of Joy racing in third. Brent's Delight comes from the outside in fourth, just 4 lengths off the lead. Then Crystal May racing in fifth, Easy Zuni in sixth. Back of the end is Bimini Start. As they come to the head of the stretch, and Bonafide Pie, he's got the lead by 2.5 lengths. Brent's Delight now coming on strongly on the outside in second, with Table Policy Affair racing in third. As they come down the stretch, and Brent's Delight comes up on the outside, Bonafide Pie's right there between horses, and down along the inside, Table Policy Affair hasn't given up. Brent's Delight in front, Table Policy Affair coming back on, down along the inside, Table Policy Affair with Brent's Delight, Table Policy Affair. Now returning to the winner's circle is number 1, Table Policy Affair. Table Policy Affair is owned by Dwayne Jensen. A double tonight for trainer Blaine Schwaneveld. A triple for jockey Kip Didericksen. Table Policy Affair, a 3-year-old gelding by Rebs Policy out of Limon, Czech. Winning time for the 870 yards, 47.13 seconds. By recording his third win of the night, jockey Kip Didericksen, along with trainer Blaine Schwaneveld, received gift certificates to the Vans Restaurant in Belmont. The 8th race is now official. Number 1, Table Policy Affair, the winner, with number 7, Brent's Delight running second, and number 4, Bonafide Pie finishing third. The winning $2 exacta combination of numbers 1 and 7 pays $11 even. Introducing your horses for the Redwood City Handicap. Beginning with your current favorite, number 1, Little Doc Mason. Owned by Carol or Edward D. Nike and trained by James Williams. The jockey is Eddie Garcia. Number 2 is Elmer T. Jones. Owned by the Liston Aluminum Brick Company and trained by Marshall Farrell. The rider is Henry Garcia. Number 3, Easy Natova, owned by the Schultz Ranch and trained by Cesar Dominguez. The jockey tonight is James Lackey. Number 4, Sable's Select, is owned by Spencer L. Childers and trained by Darren Charlton. The rider, Jim Lewis. Here is number 5, Resolutions, who is owned by Denise Skane and trained by Charles Bloomquist, being ridden by G.R. Carter. And number 6 is Speed Tripoli, owned by Robert Radke and trained by Ward Brookfield. The meet's leading jockey, Kip Didericksen, in the irons. Post time for the 10th race in 8 minutes. And away they go. Elmer T. Jones came away well, so did Resolutions, Little Doc Mason down along the inside, and Easy Natova. Elmer T. Jones trying to pull off the upset. He's got the lead. Easy Natova's coming after him. Also Resolutions on the far outside as Resolutions in full stride, coming after Elmer T. Jones down along the inside. Here comes Resolutions. Now in the winner's circle to make a blanket presentation to the winning owner of the Redwood City Handicap on behalf of the Connie Hall Racing Stable is Alice Reese, the charming wife of Ed Reese. Ed is our clerk of scales here at Bay Meadows and also a part-time lifeguard. Also making a trophy presentation to the winning owner of the Redwood City Handicap is Mr. Tony Zidich, a secretary and director of the Peninsula Quarter Horse Racing Association. And now in the winner's circle is number 5, Resolutions, who is owned by Denise Skane and trained by Charles Bloomquist, getting a riding double, jockey G.R. Carter. Resolutions, a 3-year-old gelding by Meridoc out of La Hemp. The winning time for the 400 yards, 20.07 seconds. The 10th race is now official. Number 5, Resolutions, the winner. Number 2, Elmer T. Jones running second. Number 3, Easy Natova finishing third. The winning $2 exacta combination, numbers 5 and 2, pays $130.20. The daily triple numbers of 5, 8, and 5, $1,328 even. We now go down to the winner's circle. Our director of publicity, John Petty, has winning jockey G.R. Carter in the circle for an interview for the Redwood City Handicap.
Thank you, Ed Burgart, the winner of the Redwood City Stakes Resolutions. I'm down here with jockey G.R. Carter. Well, this is your first stakes win here in California, and well, tell us about the race.
Well, he broke pretty good for the horse, but that's only the second time I've been on him, and he kind of hung a little bit there the first 100 yards, and I went ahead and got after him, and I made sure I didn't quit him on down on the end, and he was running a good strong race on the end and caught up the leaders there, and got up just at the end there for a win.
Well, I've got some friends back in Oklahoma, and I understand you won many stakes races back there. And after a big stakes race, you put on a good show down in the winner's circle. So right now, here's G.R. Carter with his first stakes win in California. Show us what you do for a stakes win.
All right.
Congratulations to jockey G.R. Carter, captures the Redwood City Handicap with resolutions.